Studying many things, the effects of contaminants in the ocean like nanomaterials, the ecology of coral reefs and how they recover from disturbances, but also fisheries ecology and fisheries management.
What do you know about the abalone overfishing and disease, the crash?
Yeah, we know about it. It's sort of tragic. Numbers of different species of abalone have gone down in abundance because of heavy fishing, but also because of disease that's associated with increasing water temperatures. And so the combination has driven a lot of the species down to very low numbers.
Do you have any particular result that you think are relevant?
Yeah, there's a number of results we're writing up in scientific papers. One is sort of the first order effect of reserves on lobster populations. You provide areas where they're not fished, their populations go up rapidly. They increase in abundance a lot, and they're also their size structure. They're bigger ones in the reserves and outside. And that just shows how hard they're being fished in the rest of the area that's not protected. We've found evidence that once the populations build up in the reserves, that they spill out of the reserves and can be caught by fishermen. We learned that in the short term, there's a negative impact on the fishery and the amount of effort they have to find new places to fish, and a reduction in their revenue because they're catching less animals. But that over a certain period of time, that they begin to recover and learn to fish in new areas and can recover some of their lost revenue.
My name is Mike McCorkle.
What are you doing?
I'm a professional seafood harvester. That's another name for commercial fishermen, which nowadays is a bad name, commercial fisherman. So I'm a professional seafood harvester.
How long?
I guess the biggest changes I see in fishing are the fact that we're not allowed as seafood harvesters to fish anywhere anymore. That biggest percentage of the Channel Islands and the coast have been closed by protectionists and environmentalists. So we actually are fishing in just little strips or little pieces of the ocean now. And when they closed this stuff, they basically closed all the areas where the fish are. Some were closed by recreational fishing groups that wanted the whole ocean for themselves, and they got it. For instance, we fished gill nets along the shore for 100 years for halibut, white sea bass. A lot of fishermen that I know have just given up in disgust. I have two sons. One used to go fishing all the time. He doesn't want to go anymore. He would be a good fisherman. He won't go anymore because of politics. He's got him, he just can't take the politics. It's always fighting. You're always on the defensive against the protectionists and stuff. You're always the bad guy. And it gets to people, they just give up. And there's other people that will fish till the day they die.
We work with about 30 different fishermen in the Santa Barbara and Ventura area to bring in the most sustainable, most local and the freshest catch around. And we have about 160 or so customers in the Santa Barbara and LA area who receive that catch on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. We're just trying to kind of bring that connection between where your food comes from and when you actually get to eat it a little bit closer together, trying to make that connection and fill the gap between the fisherman and the ultimate consumer.
Do you think it's problematic that most of the fish we eat here is imported?
Yes. Yeah, that's another, I mean, obviously that's what Community Seafood is trying to address. is the fact that I believe the statistic is somewhere around 90% of our seafood is exported, and therefore logically 90% of our seafood is imported. There's also many harrowing stories of local seafood. A lot of our squid that's caught here is exported to China to be processed and then shipped back here to be sold within the States. So it's just a whole lot of waste, a whole lot of travel, and it doesn't have to be that way. You just have to know who your fisherman is, where it comes from, but that access in the past has been really limited. So we're kind of trying to blow open the doors to that and give people more direct access to the people who catch their food.
What exactly do you find so appealing about cutting out the middle hand in the distribution?
Oh, it guarantees so much. I mean, there's a freshness guarantee right there, right off the bat. As soon as you take out the buyer who then sells to the distributor, who then sells to the shipper, who sells to another distributor, who sells to a fish market, who then finally sells to the customer. As soon as you take out all of those people, you're just going to have less transport time between when that fish was caught and when you get to eat it.
My name is Vincent Van Heck. I'm an executive chef here in Santa Barbara at a private club called the Valley Club in Montecito. So that's my full-time job, and I also teach here at Santa Barbara City College in the culinary program. And so that's I'm an adjunct faculty here at City College.
So do you feel like you have a special responsibility as a chef for what you're putting out there and what you're cooking?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we as chefs, we have to we have to realize that we have a big influence and we have a big impact on the oceans. I think that we can take like one example of like Chilean sea bass as an example, and it was just one of those situations where the Chilean sea bass wasn't very well known at one point, and then a chef decided to cook with it, made a great dish, got on to the local press, like someone within the community kind of like saw the article, took it to a state level, and then it went to a national level, and then all of a sudden everyone just loves this Chilean sea bass, which is a very, very good fish. Now, because it became so popular and so many chefs were using it, then all of a sudden the depletion starts happening, and then we as chefs, we can definitely put like a species of fish in danger. So we have to be very aware of that as chefs, and so we have a responsibility in just kind of like seeking information and just knowing what's happening with the oceans. And there's the Seafood Watch from the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and so we have to be in tune with that. What's good, what's not good, what's what we should and shouldn't use, and we should trust the professionals out there to guide us in the right direction as to what fish is good or not, what fish is good to use or not, and also just I think that we just by changing the fish that we use, I mean, it's kind of more exciting for us anyway. Just a fly there. I might have cut that one out. Or bloopers. So yeah, we as chefs play a significant role in maintaining the balance of the oceans, and also like when customers come to our restaurants and enjoy particular fish that they may have not had before, then they will go to the fishmonger and they'll be asking, we want Chilean sea bass, can you get Chilean sea bass? So then we're putting pressure on the retail stores to carry that fish too. So it kind of snowballs. So yeah, I think as chefs we have to kind of vary what we use. We need to be kind of smart on that, and so yeah, we do have a big impact.